Alright guys, there is now a way for you to get infinite arrows in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And I'm not talking 999 arrows, I'm talking infinite arrows. Like infinite as in you never run out of arrows, infinite. So stick around to the end of this video and I will show you how you can do this yourself. I'm just gonna start off right here by switching the scenes right here and shouting out my guy YGFRT21 on YouTube. He was the guy that showed this method to me. Go like his video, subscribe to him as well. I will move on to the video. First off here, you can see that I'm running at below 44 arrows. I have minus 44 arrows. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is what I did right here, which is getting the Yiga clan set. You're gonna need the Yiga clan set, so if you haven't gotten it, go watch a YouTube video on how to get that. Then you're gonna want to move over to Gerudo Highlands Skyview Tower. And then you're gonna want to launch yourself from this tower and go to the, just below it to the east. You can just launch yourself up, dive straight down to the east of the tower. And then you can just grab one of these star fragments on your way down. And you're gonna want to go into this hole right here. And once you're in here and you move west again, then you're gonna eventually reach this gate right here, which is the Yiga clan hideout gate. Hence why you need the Yiga clan set, so they will let you in. Once they let you in, you're gonna want to move to the left and up these stairs to the guy sitting at the shop up here, and you're gonna want to buy the duplex bow from him. The duplex bow is a 2-shot bow, but we're gonna make it a 5-shot bow, which is not supposed to be possible, but it is possible. I'm just gonna pause right here. You can see that I'm wearing, or I dropped on the ground as well, a Savage Lionel bow, which is a 3-shot bow. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make the Lionel bow from a 3-shot bow to a 5-shot bow using the Octo Rocks. So you just feed the bow, you feed the bow to one of these Octo Rocks and they will swallow it up and spit it back out again. Before you do this, make sure you save your game before you feed the bow to the Octorok, so that you can reset it every time it doesn't spit out what you want. So you see he eats my bow up and he spits it out and I grab it. So here you can see that the Savage Lionel bow is now a 5-shot bow, and this is the stat that you want, or the effect that you want on this weapon. And you also want the duplex bow. So what we're gonna do now is that we're gonna move the stat from the Savage Lionel bow onto the duplex bow. So once again, save your game, move to a little more safe area, and then we're just gonna go into our inventory and drop the Savage Lionel bow, and we're gonna drop the duplex bow on the ground. Then we're gonna use the fuse power at max range. You can see me moving up towards the duplex bow until I get at max range to fuse. And what we're gonna want to do, this is maybe the tricky part of this. This is the trickiest part of this. Maybe it takes you a few times, so make sure you save up before you fuse anything so that you can reload in case you mess up. But what you're gonna want to do here is that you're gonna want to, you can see that to fuse the bow to, I'm pointing with my finger, to fuse the bow onto your Savage Lionel's shield, you're gonna press ZL. But before you press ZL, just half a second before you press ZL, you're gonna want to press the L button to open the power menu. So what you're gonna want to do, I don't have my Switch controller here right now, so I'm just gonna show you in the air. You're gonna want to press the L button and then the ZL, like LZL, in that tempo. So you can see me doing it here right now. I press LZL. I did it real quick there. And this is what you want to see. You just want to see a little glowing dot where the weapon was. You don't want to see all the green swirlies moving around, then you know you probably failed. So the next step here is that you're gonna press the left arrow button to open your shield menu fast many times, and then let go of the ZL and L button at the same time. So you just keep pressing the left arrow and let go, and just keep pressing. You saw there it was flickering a bit. I'm just gonna show you one more time. So now you press the left button and let go, and keep spamming it. You see I keep spamming it right there. This is what you want to see. Now I move over to another shield that is not fused yet, and I equip that before my bow can reach the shield I fused it to. I equip this, and you can see that the bow drops down to the ground because it hadn't fused to the shield yet. But if we look in our inventory, it says different, because here you can see that the duplex bow shield is in our inventory. But in reality, there's nothing fused to our shield. And this is exactly what we want. So now we're gonna drop that to the ground as well. So we have dropped the duplex bow shield, and we have dropped the duplex bow and the savage Lionel bow with a 5-shot stat on it. Now you're just gonna want to pick up these items in the right order, which is first, I'm just gonna see if I can skip ahead. First, you're gonna pick up the duplex bow, as I did right there. Then the duplex bow shield, and last but not least, the 5-shot savage Lionel bow. Pick it up, thank you. And now you can see that we have a 5-shot effect on our duplex bow, which is not supposed to be able to happen. So here's where this is the fun part of it all. Since we now have a 5-shot stat on our duplex bow, the game doesn't really register, or it registers the arrows you shoot differently. So right here, I always go back to lookout landing because I feel safe at lookout landing. I don't know why. So now I'm just gonna shoot away the arrows, my overflow of arrows with a different bow. Do not use the duplex bow because you don't want it to break. Once you hit a low amount of arrows, like 3 arrows, you can have 2 or 1 arrow as well, I think. Then you're just gonna switch over to your duplex bow and shoot the final arrows away. Nothing's fancy or special here, just shoot your arrows away, all right? So you see they fly all kinds of ways right here. And 0 arrows, but it doesn't register because it's not somehow it doesn't register that it's 0 arrows when you're shooting with a bow that's not supposed to be a 5-shot bow. So now you go below 0 arrows and you have -4 arrows instead. And here is also a fun part of this glitch, is that you can see that in mid-air right there, keep pointing with my finger, in mid-air right here, sometimes when you shoot with the duplex bow with a 5-shot effect, this glitch happens where one of the arrows gets stuck in mid-air. Apparently it happens more when you're in bullet time. I'm gonna show you right here what happens. You can see that the arrow that is glitched in mid-air also shoots arrows. So I think I do it a few times here. I highlighted it with a little circle here. So you can see that the arrow also shoots arrows at the same time as I do. The big downside with this glitch is that now you cannot fuse anything to your arrows because your arrows don't exist. They do damage to enemies, but you can't fuse anything to them. So somehow the game registers that you have no arrows when you're supposed to fuse something, but it doesn't register that you have no arrows when you're gonna shoot arrows. That's weird, but that's how it works. The next question I had right here was what happens when you reach -999 arrows, because the max amount of arrows you can have is 999. So what happens when you go below 999? So I went to Pelisan and I duplicated a bunch of bows. I have a video on this. If you want to do this, check out that video, the duplication video. It also shows how you duplicate items for Tears of the Kingdom 1.1.2. So right here, I'm almost at below 999 arrows. This took some time. What happens now? Yeah, you guessed it. You go below 999. So it's literally infinite. You have infinite arrows, with the big downside of not being able to fuse anything to your arrows. I also tried to go into one of the proving ground shrines to see if when all my arrows get removed from my inventory, or I have no arrows. I even tried to pick up some arrows inside that place and went outside to get all my items back to see if it resetted, but it did not. I still have minus amount of arrows. And the third thing I wondered was what happens when can I go above 0 again now? And what happens when I go above 0? Can I go below with a normal bow? So I tried that as well. I went over to Beetle right here to buy back all my arrows, which was not fun, but I have a lot of money. And once again, if you want to get a lot of money, you should watch my duplication video. It also tells you how you get this much money or even more. So what you're gonna want to do is buy out all Beetle's arrows A side note here is that you're gonna want to go to Isho's shrine and then over to the Dueling Peaks stable, because the beetle that is running around here, he has more arrows than the other beetles. Maybe there's a beetle that has more arrows than him, but this is the guy that I found that has 2 of the 5x arrows. So just buy all of his arrows out, and I'm gonna show you how you can do this real fast. It took me half an hour to buy back all my 1000 below arrows. What you're gonna want to do to be able to buy them really quick is buy or build one of these shelters from the slabs that are lying around over here, the wood slabs right here. And then you're gonna want to make a campfire underneath, because it's raining a lot around here, so you don't want your campfire to not be able to light up. Then you're gonna take a flame emitter and a little rock, because you want the flame emitter to not lie on the ground, straight on the ground. And then you just light up your little campfire right here. And then you deactivate the flame emitter, and then you wait until morning. And once again, beetles are going to be walking down this little path, and you can buy out all these arrows 1 more time, or 2 more times, or 3 more times, or until you get back to a positive amount of arrows like I have here. So again, this took me about 30 minutes when I did it this way, to buy 999 arrows if you want to do the positive arrow way. And now I cannot go below 0 again with a normal bow. And I can also again fuse items to my arrows, so nothing gets broken once you go below 0 and back up to positive arrows, and that's good to know. But I guess, yeah, that's it. You can get infinite arrows with a big downside, or you can buy arrows really quick from beetle. But I guess there's a lot of more fun things that you could do with the duplex bow, the 5x duplex bow, since the arrows are kind of glitchy. So I'm sure there's gonna be people, speedrunners or just glitch enthusiasts in general, that's gonna be having a lot of fun with that. And once again, shout out to my boy YGFRT21. He has more videos on this topic. If you want to go watch that, make sure to subscribe to him as well and press the like button on his video. And if you like this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you laugh me. And if you like this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you left a like down below and subscribed. We're trying to reach the new goal of 500 subscribers to get monetized. And so yeah, we would be really happy if you subscribe to us as well, if you like the content, and we will make sure to put out more content. And stay tuned, because our next video you are not going to want to miss. So until next time, peace.